Adil cleared PMP with all above target approximately after 10 days of training. 10 days of training. So I want to share a few things here. Adil started from zero. He was recommended by one of my certified PMP, and today he's sitting here. I was gonna say he's standing here, but then I saw Adil, you are sitting. So I said standing would not be right. So he's sitting here as a proud certified PM. Hard work, straightforward hard work, and nothing else. Adil, walk me through your journey so that other people can also be
Do you
motivated.
want me to start from the start when I
Yeah,
messaged you
yeah,
first?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever you
Okay,
want.
all right. So I got into contact with one of my friends. We met into a social gathering here in Australia, and he recommended me that you're appointed a project manager. Why don't you look at doing PMP? And I was like, yeah, I've been thinking about it. That happened in like May or June this year, right? Earlier this year, and I was not the time commitment. I was not ready to make the time commitment. So I was thinking about it. It took me about 6 to 8 months to make sure that I've got the time commitment and I'm 100% into it. Then I reached out to Amir Bhai at the end of August, was the first time I messaged him. I took his contact number from the friend and I messaged him on the end of August. We had a couple of chat, a couple of quick messages. Amir Bhai called me. We had a quick chat of about 15 to 20 minutes. Then I started my journey. Amir Bhai started sharing me small videos and everything, all the online lectures. So we started. I had no knowledge on what the project management course line is. I had no knowledge about the course line. I had not looked up anything. Only I knew is a friend of mine has done it, and Amir Bhai does it. I was like, all right, that's good enough for me. I'll contact him. So I asked him. He gave me a couple of options. I chose the option that look, I need guidance. I won't need constant supervision, but I just need guidance. I'm motivated to do it. So he guided me through the whole process. We had a quick chat. He gave me videos. So I started watching all the videos. We started with basics and agile and all the different topics. I did all the videos once by myself, and that was from end of August. Then and I done all my tests before I actually sit down in the official classes. I had a period where I was sick. I had influenza for about a week, and I did not study
Two
for about a
weeks.
week and a half to two
Two
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
weeks.
2 weeks. So yeah, for that 2 weeks I was sick. I did not study at all in the 2 weeks, and then there was 2 weekends where we had to study for the classes. So those 2 weekends were pretty much occupied by the classes. I could not do a lot of the work outside the class because of obviously family commitments and everything. But then as soon as the class is finished, I tried to do at least one mock something every day with the classes. And then as soon as the class is finished, I started doing daily mocks, daily tests. I started asking Amir Bhai and then Mohit Bhai as well. Mohit Bhai helped me a lot with everything. He asked me, he was in constant contact with me. Each time I had a question, I had a query, I started raising with him. There was time when I sat with him for about one session was about 2 to 3 hours on a conference call like Zoom. So 2 3 hours pretty much every second third day. I did like 3 or 4 sessions with Mohit, understanding there were certain difficulties in the questions, understanding the mindset. There was a few challenges I raised. So there was a lot of back and forth, but I was constantly into it. I was like, just keep on doing it, just keep on doing it, just keep on doing it. And eventually I got it done. When we finished our class, Amir Bhai asked who wants to book the test. I raised my hand. I said I want to book my test. So originally the plan was for me to give the test on the 31st of October. And then I asked Amir Bhai told me, and Mohit Bhai as well, they both told me that, look, bring it forward. You are ready for the test. And they last actually 10 days ago, just before on the 30th or something of September, they told me, just book it in for the 7th of October. So I was like, are you sure? I only have got one more weekend and there's only 2 to 3 hours I can spend during the week. And they were like, no, no, just book it. You're ready to go. I was like, all right. But then the project management mind kicked in. And because the deadline was closer, I was like, all right, let's put extra effort in. So even during the week, I started putting in 4 hours, 5 hours. After work, I was staying up late. Yeah, it was challenging with family and everything. Family got neglected slightly, but at the end of the day, the kids are happy, the wife is happy. Everyone was like, great job, you did all above target. So it was all worth it at the end. Um, that hard work is necessary. Following a persistent method is necessary. Asking for constant coaching instead of your group guys like Amir Bhai or Mohit Bhai for us, instead of them approaching us, you approach them. If you are on the front foot in that game, that will help you a lot, because then that way it shows your intent, and then you'll go the extra mile as well. So
Yeah.
going that extra mile helps.
Extra mile, going to the extra mile and working towards that always help. Without any doubt, that is the name of the game. That is what you should be doing. And of course, you can either, I like to say that either you can do a thing in 1 month or you can do thing in 10 months, right? It's all about your choice. Both are okay. Both are okay.
Yeah,
So he went to the
definitely.
immersing thing. He worked with my coach, and on daily basis also he was cross-checking maybe my coach from me.
No, no, I was actually messaging both Amir Bhai and Mohit Bhai. I was messaging both. So whoever responds to me first, because of the time zone difference as well, it's morning in Amir Bhai, I am in night. So I have to sleep. Amir Bhai is waking up at the time. So it's a 12-hour difference. So each time I'm messaging Amir Bhai and Mohit Bhai, whoever gives me whatever, I start doing it. Give me a video, I watch the video. Give me a mock, I start doing the mock. So, and I was always asking, Amir Bhai, give me more, because if I can get it done and you are sleeping, then I'm going to lose my time. So if I have time, give me two tasks. I'll try to do one at least, and then if I can get the second one started, I'll start the second one as well.
Mm,
So
mm.
it was just
Okay, okay. That's an important thing to put in the context to how continuously he worked hard, very hard, and finally he is able to complete that in his journey. Acha, Adil,
yes, sir.
how was the exam?
It was, if you don't work hard, it will be very difficult.
Mm.
But the random mocks, really, that 11 random mocks. Now I understand why I was hating the random mocks. I hate the random mocks still, especially the last three. I did not want to do it, but now I love them, because the mind boggling of those random mocks, it actually, the exam appears to be easier than the random mocks.
So now you understand why I was forcing you to do the random.
Yes, exactly. I understand now.
Why I was like, I did 7. Shall I do? Yes, all 11. I did 8. Shall I do? Yes, all 11. I did 9. I have to do 2. Yes, all 11. Every single time he's asking me, I said, yes, there are 11 mocks and you need to do all 11 of them. Acha, Adil, I want to put here and shoot out to Adil. Challenges. He got extremely sick just before the session, right? And that maybe I said to him, it does not matter. I got sick after that, after saying that to us. Then in Australia, it was late night, 1 a.m. when the class started. He was in the class every single time till the class end. This is called commitment. Every single mock I gave him, he completed it. This is called commitment. Adil, let's go to the exam. How did you manage the first section, second section, third section? Things of those nature.
So for me, the exam normally, I remember you were saying the first section is normally harder, but for me, the first section was easier. Luckily for me, got my mind into working the answers, so that was good. Good, happened. Good thing happened. I did what I did was I was given a pad, an erasable pad with a marker. So what I did was there was a few things in my mind that always in the middle of the exam I keep on forgetting. I knew that, like the formula for calculating the CPI, the SPI, right? So for the first 10 minutes, you get a tutorial video. In that tutorial video, after I finished the tutorial video in 5 minutes, what I did was I wrote down all those things on the notepad. So I memorized it so that I can remember it enough till I get to the exam. So I wrote down the CPI formula, the SPI formula. Less than zero is bad, greater than zero is good. All that kind of things. So I wrote it all down. Then I wrote down the timeline as well. So what I did was I made the timeline 250 minutes, 250, 240, 230. I made 10 minute slots, and I made sure that my 10 questions are also written there. So I was crossing the timeline while I was doing the questions. So I
Okay.
made that, and then my first section was easier. I got my first section done in 60 minutes, and I'd spent 5 to 6 minutes in review. And
Hmm.
I also took a small 2 minute break to drink water, went outside, drink water. So I
Hmm.
took all over about 70 minutes for the first section. Then I submitted my first section. I went out. I did what you asked. Take a chocolate bar. I had two, three pieces of chocolate. Very good. Just remember, you cannot leave the center. So my plan to go out and vape failed ridiculously.
So no
So
Suta.
no sutta. Unfortunately, no way.
Like, that's bad. That's really bad for you. Okay, then.
So I went out. Then I was like, all right. I went to the toilet. I had a chocolate. I had a bit of water. I stretched a bit, and then I went back to do my second session. Started my exam. I was actually 3 minutes over my break time. So the break time is
What,
10
what, what,
minutes.
what, what? You were 3 minutes over your break
Yeah. So
time.
the break time is 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So I took break of 30 minutes.
Okay. Why?
So when I got to the screen, yeah, because I had to find out, and they told me, "Ah, you can't go for smoke." And then there's like, so I was a bit upset about that. So I took 3 minutes extra to, except that I can't smoke.
Okay, okay, then. This is very bad, but
Then,
you go to the all above target. What can I say? Okay, then.
then I went back inside. I started my test. So my timer had already started, and I had 10 minutes extra because the first session I allocated 80 minutes. So I still had the 7 minutes extra. When I submitted my second session, I still had about 85 minutes
Hmm.
remaining.
Hmm.
So I finished my second section in about 70, 75 minutes.
Hmm.
And then I went on my break. This time I knew what I can't do, what I can do, what I can't do. So I timed my break perfectly. And I was 3 minutes before the break inside the room.
Hmm. So this time you did not make that mistake and you
Yes,
time on the
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I went out. I knew exactly. I went to my locker. I got grabbed my chocolate. I went to the toilet while I was walking there, walking back. I had my chocolate, and then I put everything back into the locker, and then I went back out again to the session.
that's a very interesting thing that you cannot smoke. I never have heard that many of the now this can vary from country to country. Like
Yes.
even as in Australia, you need a place to smoke. You
Yes.
cannot just like in open, you cannot smoke, right? So maybe that is the reason you can
Yeah,
smoke.
it was the center. I think it was the center because in the center there was no. It's in the city, so it's a building, and
Hmm,
to exit out of the building and go for smoking, that's not allowed. You can't leave the building
hmm.
because maybe time issue. Obviously, go down, come back up. It's going to take very long.
But that's okay. That's okay.
So
The point.
yeah,
The point here is that you need to manage the time in that pattern,
yes, 100%.
right? You need to manage your time and you need to understand how the time can work for you to understand that pattern daily.
And that really helped me with the mocks, the simulator that we did online.
Hmm,
The online simulator, actually, I was timing my breaks, so it's a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing is that you can only do an online simulator the full 180 mocks. That allows you only for the full time, which is 80, 75, 75 with 2 10-minute break. But the good part was that because I knew how to manage my time in the simulator, and even after simulator, when you gave me all those random mocks, sorry, not the random mocks, the other mocks that you were giving me the links for,
hmm,
all those mocks, the final mocks, everything, the 60 questions, I was timing myself 1 hour, 15 minutes for every single mock. I did not, after I completed my the the topics,
hmm,
all the mocks from the simulator onwards, everything I did was timed. There was nothing, even if it was a Google document mock that Ahmed Bhai or Mohit Bhai who shared me separately, I did those timed by myself.
hmm,
So that's why I was able to do that. And then obviously it comes into habit. You pick up habit. You say, all right, this word, you need to pay attention to this word. You skip, read the last line first,
hmm,
read the options, read the question, elimination, all
hmm,
the techniques that you've been taught.
hmm,
So all those help. Just keep it true to yourself. If you're not true to yourself, if you are doing a mock and you're looking on Google for the answer, if you're doing a mock and you're taking 20 minutes extra, then that will not be justified in the exam.
hmm. Okay, okay. Ali just always have one question, then I'll go to Priya question. Which top percentage of the topic was like which topic was most highlighted?
Agile
Okay.
highlight, there was, if I have to divide, probably 90, 85 to 90% was agile. Um, and or maybe 85% agile, about 5 to 10% hybrid, and 5% traditional. But majority is agile mindset, agile everything.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, let's go with P.
And Tuckman Lera. Remember Tuckman Lera?
Of course. How many formula questions were there?
There was no formula
Did that
questions,
came?
but
Did that
no,
came?
that did not get nah.
Okay.
There
Okay.
was no formula question, but there were a few graph questions in regards to they had a graph in which they had shown the
Mike,
cost is going like this and like this, and then the schedule is going like this and then
make that.
come down.
Make that. Make that. Before I move ahead, Adil, before you sleep today, I'm gonna request you on Saturday. I have a PMP marathon. You know the we use very important question in them. So I will highly appreciate if you can make this and other 10, 15 question. I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
There was one question which I would like to highlight.
Let's
There's
not go
a
into the question. Make it.
okay.
Make
Okay.
that. Make
Take
that.
done. Done.
So were the questions were more than three or four liner?
Uh yes. If you are comparing it to the simulator, because the screen is massive.
Hmm.
If you bring it down in the simulator or bring it down like the Google Docs, it would be 3 or 4 lines. Yes.
Okay.
And it is actually harder to focus on the what do you call it, on the simulator of PMP, because they all state it in one line and it goes like one line and then a few line over here and it's full on your screen and it's a 22-inch or 25-inch screen.
24. That is a standard
Yeah.
7 inch. Like my computer is 24 inch. I actually bought 24 inch because
Yeah.
I want so that I know how it feels. So it's a
Feels
20.
exactly.
That is why
Though you can't.
I always say never do it from mobile. Okay, because when you do
Yeah.
it from mobile, there's always an issue in there.
Now you can't zoom it. I couldn't zoom it. I don't know if you can, but it did not give it in the induction. You can zoom it, and it's there's limited functionality available on the mouse and keyboard. So there's only a few keys that you can use. Apart from that, you can't use anything.
How many drag and drop?
Uh One, the Tuckman ladder.
Okay, Tuckman ladder. Make that. Okay, so say, would random mocks were more important or that elite mock of 200?
All of them. I wouldn't classify anyone
Let's
because there
say
were a few
someone has less time.
questions
Let's say someone has less time. So how
less
would you
time.
prioritize? Most
Random mock.
random marks. Okay, for you random marks. Okay, okay, clear. So can we zoom in screen on the test? Did you
No.
try? No. There are many things that you can do. You can highlight it. So I do
Hmm.
recommend all the people to at least do question on their laptops, right? If they can do on screen, that's perfectly fine. But at least try to do it on the
And
laptop.
the font size is very small.
No,
So if you have,
font you
yeah,
can
font.
change. Font you
Yeah.
can change. I don't
Okay.
know. Did you miss the tutorial? That
No, no, I didn't miss the tutorial. In my tutorial, it didn't say about the font
Yeah,
size.
no, there is a font. So maybe there is something, but you can highlight, you can change the font
Hmm.
size, you can change the.
Highlight, strike through. You can
Yeah.
go on the options. You can select the option, cross through it. If you don't want to select that option, you can do all of that.
Okay, okay, okay. Anything else you would like to share?
Go batch 9.
So now you are the person who started the batch 9. So the most important thing is two parts. Each one teach one. The first thing is batch 9 will be reaching you out. In
Yeah,
addition
that's
to
fine.
Yeah, in addition to that, I want you to work with them, making sure that you guide them, making sure you help them. Secondly, recommend it to your friends, man. I have in your batch, I have asked most people to like, share. And today, when I was checking your name, you still did not send me the connection request. I added you today.
No, I did. I had sent it to you. I don't know where it went.
I added you today, and like I was actually your name is very common name, like
Yeah, I
Muhammad
know.
Adil. So I am writing when why I ask you to why I send you request. I was unable to tag you, so I'm writing Muhammad Adil. I have like 15 Adil. Finally, when you accepted it, then I was able to tag you. Okay, Adil,
Yeah.
when your certificate come, do share me, and I'm gonna request you one more time. Please make at least 10 to 15 question today. Okay, so I can use them. Manishka already made it, so I want it from you. Especially this question I will be using in the PMP marathon. Okay, Adil. So thank you very much. Anyone has any final question they want to ask? Adil, one thing I want to ask: Did you do root cause analysis?
Yes, sir. Yes. Every single. So every single item I did root cause analysis on. at least as a minimum, if I was running out of time, at least as a minimum on all the wrong questions,
Mm.
proper root cause analysis on an Excel sheet, and then I was reviewing all my right answers at least once.
Mm.
So on the computer screen, review your right answers and write down your wrong answers and write down what went wrong with the answers.
What went wrong? Thank
And
you.
then there were some questions which I was actually very concerned about. So that's the questions I raised with Mohit Bhai, and we spent 2 to 3 hour session about 3 times,
Mm.
4 times to understand those questions as well.
Mm. Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Adil. It has been a journey, a beautiful journey with you, and I wish you best of luck for future
Thank
endeavor.
you.
Thank you very much. I'll call you in a minute.